Welcome to my channel Nursing Now Easy. Please subscribe my channel Nursing Now Easy and click on the bell button besides the subscribe button. It leads to you receive the video notification first, and like my video and share my video with your colleagues and your friends. Next, we go to the cytoplasm. Cytoplasm is the thin jelly-like structure. Jelly-like structure comprises of 80% of water. Cytoplasm is within the cell membrane and outside the nuclear membrane. The jelly-like material present within the cell membrane and outside the nuclear membrane is called cytoplasm, and it comprises 80% of water. The jelly-like substance contains 80% of water, and also it contains many cellular organelles. You see in the cell structure many cellular organelles. Example: Mitochondrion, the Lysosomes, the Peroxisomes, the Golgi apparatus, Centrosomes, Endoplasmic Reticulum, under that rough endoplasmic reticulum and smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Next, nucleus and the ribosomes, and also cytoskeleton is there, but it's not clearly shown in this figure. Next, we move to the cytoplasmic contents and cytoplasmic organelles in detail. Some brief structures. First is the endoplasmic reticulum. Endoplasmic reticulum and detail one and one each. Endoplasmic reticulum. What is mean by endoplasmic reticulum and what is the structure of endoplasmic reticulum? The endoplasmic reticulum is a tubular-like structure. Organelle. It is an endoplasmic reticulum is a tubular-like structure organelle present within the cytoplasm of the cell. And it is connects the tubular-like structure endoplasmic reticulum connects the cell membrane and the nuclear membrane. It connects the cell membrane and nuclear membrane for the easy transport. It's helpful for the easy transport. And also, the endoplasmic reticulum is a interconnected tubules. Each tubules are interconnected by one another. And also, the ribosomes. Some endoplasmic reticulums are attached with ribosomes and some do not. The endoplasmic reticulums have a lumen within the tubular-like structures. This lumen contains a matrix. This matrix is called as a endoplasmic reticular matrix. Endoplasmic matrix. The types of endoplasmic reticulum. Rough endoplasmic reticulum and smooth endoplasmic reticulum. The rough endoplasmic reticulum and smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Discuss each one now. The rough endoplasmic reticulum. First, we go to the rough endoplasmic reticulum. Rough endoplasmic reticulum is the endoplasmic reticulum contains rough appearance or bumpy appearance. Why the rough appearance? Because the adhesion or attachment of ribosomes over the outer surface of the endoplasmic reticulum. The ribosomes are attached outside of the endoplasmic reticulum. These ribosomes are attached outside the endoplasmic reticulum is called rough endoplasmic reticulum. Now, what is the function? The main functions of the rough endoplasmic reticulum is the production of protein. And the second most important function of the rough endoplasmic reticulum is the degradation of worn out cell organelles. worn out cellular organelles, cell organelles, or worn out or dead cell organelles. The functions of the rough endoplasmic reticulum is the production of protein and the degradation of worn out cell organelles. And move to the smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Smooth endoplasmic reticulum is an endoplasmic reticulum having a smooth appearance. Smooth appearance. Is a smooth appearance, and also a tubular-like structure. It is also a tubular-like structure and a smooth appearance because non-adhesion of ribosomes. It is not attached with the ribosomes. And also functions of smooth endoplasmic reticulum. The functions are production of non-protein substances. Non-protein substances. What are all the non-protein substances are? Such as non-protein substances such as cholesterol, sterol, and steroids. The smooth endoplasmic reticulum produces cholesterol and steroids. It is a non-protein substances. Next, main important function is the metabolism and storage of calcium. It is helpful for the metabolism and storage of calcium ion. And another important function is the detoxification of drugs and carcinogens. Means carcinogens means cancer producing agents. Carcinogens means cancer producing agents. Detoxification of drugs and carcinogens. The fourth function is the help in cellular metabolism. Role as a cellular metabolism is the detoxification of drugs and carcinogens, production of non-protein substances such as cholesterol and steroids, metabolism and storage of calcium, especially in skeletal muscles, and cellular metabolism. Helps in the cellular metabolism. Next, move to the Golgi apparatus. Next organ, Golgi apparatus. Next, move to the next cellular organelle, Golgi apparatus. What does it mean, Golgi apparatus? Golgi apparatus is also a membrane bounded cellular organelle. So you see in the cell structure, Golgi apparatus is also a membrane bounded cellular organelle. It contains 8 to 10 plate-like structures. The 8 to 10 plate-like structures always present near to the nucleus. The Golgi apparatus are always present near to the nucleus, and its Golgi apparatus are most probably always single in cell, or only one in cell. But in some instances, some cells having more than one. The Golgi apparatus always single in a cell, but some cells having more than one. And also a Golgi apparatus is absent in RBCs. Red blood cells are absent in Golgi apparatus. Next, functions of Golgi apparatus. What are the functions of Golgi apparatus? What are the function of Golgi apparatus is that upon production of proteins from the rough endoplasmic reticulum, the production of proteins are produced proteins in the rough endoplasmic are moved to the or passed to the Golgi apparatus. Or proteins are passed to the Golgi apparatus, and in this the glycosylation and phosphorylation. Glycosylation and phosphorylation are occurs in the Golgi apparatus. The proteins or some structural and functional modifications are occur in the Golgi apparatus. The protein produced in the endoplasmic reticulum or some structural and functional modifications are produced in the Golgi apparatus by means of addition of glucose or addition of phosphorus. It's a glycosylation means addition of glucose, and phosphorylation is addition of phosphate molecules to the proteins. It occurs in the Golgi apparatus. It leads to the some structural and functional changes in the proteins. Next, we move to the lysosomes. It is also a membrane-bounded cellular organelle. You see in the structure, it is a membrane-bounded cellular organelle. The lysosomes having a double-layered membrane. Lysosomes having a double-layered membrane, and it is produced from the lysosomes are originated from the Golgi apparatus. The lysosomes are originated from the Golgi apparatus. Golgi apparatus produces the lysosomes. The lysosomes are originated from the Golgi apparatus, and it is having a thicker membrane. The lysosomes having a thickest membrane among the all cellular other cytoplasmic organelles. The lysosomes having a thickest membrane than that of other cytoplasmic organelles because it contains granules. The lysosomes contains granules. These granules are made up of hydrolytic enzymes. The lysosomal granules are made up of hydrolytic enzymes. What are the hydrolytic enzymes? Proteases. These cleaves the protein into amino acids. Protein into amino acid. Next, amylases. These cleaves carbohydrates are polysaccharides into monosaccharides. Saccharides, example, glucose. Next, lipases. Lipases are, it cleaves the lipids into fatty acids and glycerol. Lipases are cleaves the lipids into fatty acids and glycerol. Next, nucleases. It cleaves nucleotides, nucleic acids into mononucleotides. The hydrolytic enzymes present in the lysosomes are proteases. It cleaves proteins into amino acids. Amylases, it cleaves carbohydrates into monosaccharides called glucoses. Lipases, it cleaves lipids into fatty acids and glycerol. And the nucleases, it cleaves nucleic acids into mononucleotides. And the lysosomes functions. What are the functions of the lysosomes? Some functions are performed by the lysosomes. These mainly two functions are performed by the lysosomes. Two functions are heterophagy and autophagy. What is meant by heterophagy? Heterophagy means the degradation of engulfed cellular organs. Or any foreign substances. The heterophagy is the degradation of engulfed substances. Engulfed. Especially in neutrophils. And autophagy is the degradation of worn out cells, cellular organelles, worn out organelles. The heterophagy is the engulfed degradation of engulfed substances, and autophagy is the worn out cellular organelles, degradation of worn out cellular organelles. That's why the lysosomes is called as a garbage system. Garbage system. Garbage system of cell. The lysosomes is called as a garbage system of cell or suicidal sac. Sometimes it is called as a suicidal sac or natural killer sac of the cell. Next, move to the peroxisomes. Next, move to the peroxisomes. Peroxisomes. Peroxisomes are also a membrane-bounded cellular organelle. Peroxisomes also is membrane-bounded cellular organelle. It is also called as a microbodies. It's also called as a microbodies. As like the lysosomes, we previously studied lysosomes, as like the lysosomes, these peroxisomes are not produced from the Golgi apparatus. The lysosomes are produced from the Golgi apparatus, but the peroxisomes are produced from the endoplasmic reticulum. These are produced from the endoplasmic reticulum. And this also contains enzymes. This also contains peroxisomes, also contains enzymes. These enzymes are oxidative enzymes. Oxidative enzymes. Enzymes. In lysosomes, hydrolytic enzymes is called oxidative enzymes, such as urate oxidase, catalase, and alpha dextroamino acid oxidase, such as oxidative enzymes. The peroxisomes contains oxidative enzymes such as urate oxidase, catalase, alpha dextroamino oxidase. And the functions of the peroxisomes. Peroxisome is a microbody and a small structure, and also it is produced from the endoplasmic reticulum. And functions of the peroxisomes are, what are the functions of the peroxisomes? It's a production of energy by breakdown of fatty acids. The breakdown of fatty acids by the means of beta oxidation. Peroxisomes are helpful for the breakdown of fatty acids by the means of beta oxidation, and the degradation of harmful substances such as hydrogen peroxide into water and oxygen. It degrades the degradation of harmful substances such as hydrogen peroxide into water and oxygen, and accelerate or enhances the gluconeogenesis from the fats. The peroxisomes are helpful for the acceleration of gluconeogenesis from the fats. Gluconeogenesis means the production of new glucose molecules from the non-carbohydrate source. And the degrade purine into uric acid. Degrades purine into uric acid. Participate in the formation of bile salts. bile salts, especially in liver. Bile salts are produced in liver. It is helpful for the production of bile salts and also participate in the formation of myelin. Myelin is present in the neuron cell sheath. It is helpful for the production of myelin. The functions of the peroxisomes are production of energy by breakdown of fatty acids by means of beta oxidation cycle and degradation of toxic substances like hydrogen peroxide into water and oxygen, and accelerate gluconeogenesis from the fats, and degradation of purine to uric acid, and the bile salts, production of bile salts in liver, and production of myelin in neuron cells. Next, we move to the centrosomes. Centrosome is a membrane-bounded structural organelle. Centrosome is also a membrane-bounded structural organelle present almost center of the cell, and almost near to the nucleus. Almost center of the cell and almost near to the nucleus. The centrosome comprises two cylindrical structures. These cylindrical structures are called centrioles. The two cylindrical structures are called centrioles. These centrioles are responsible for the movement of chromosomes. At the time of cell division in the cell. These centrioles are responsible for the movement of chromosomes at the time of cell division in the cell. Centrioles, the chromosomes. These drags the chromosomes towards the both ends of the cell. And the centrosomes is absent in neuron. Centrosome is absent in neuron cell. Next, we go to the mitochondria. Mitochondrion. Mitochondrion is a membrane-bounded organelle. It is also having two membranes. The outer membrane is a thin membrane covering the inner portion of the mitochondrion. The inner membrane forms the finger-like projections. You see in this structure, finger-like projections into the lumen of the mitochondria. It leads to it's called as a cristae. The finger-like projections of the inner membrane is called as a cristae, and it leads to increase the surface area for their functions of the mitochondria, means production of energy. The cristae increases the surface area of the inner membrane or inner side of the membrane. And also mitochondria contains Racker particles or F1 particles and mitochondrial matrix. This within the lumen of the mitochondria contains mitochondrial matrix. And the DNA, the DNA which is present in the mitochondria is called mitochondrial DNA. The DNA in the cellular organelles, the DNA is present only in the nucleus. The DNA is present only in the nucleus. Without other than that of nucleus, the mitochondria is the only organelle contains the DNA. And this is responsible for that. This DNA is responsible for the self-replication of the mitochondria. The DNA is responsible for the self-replication of the mitochondria. And inside the matrix, there is a lot of enzymes and some ATPs and NAD plus, NADP plus, and some enzymes is there. These are helpful for the production of energy or producers of ATP, energy currency, ATP, adenosine triphosphate, ATP. This is the energy currency, and this is produced by the means of glycolysis in the cytoplasm and citric acid cycle in the mitochondria. Next, the functions of mitochondria. What is the functions of mitochondria? In functions, we say that in the production of energy, main function of the function of the mitochondria is the production of energy. That's why it is called as That's why the mitochondria is called as a powerhouse of cell. Powerhouse of cell. The energy produced in the form of ATP. And the storage of calcium. Storage of calcium. The mitochondria is also helpful in the storage of calcium. And detoxification of ammonia. The mitochondria is helpful in the detoxification of ammonia. In the liver, the mitochondria is detoxification of ammonia in the liver cells only. The mitochondria is a membrane-bonded structure, contains two layers. Inner layer forms the cristae, and functions is the production of energy. Means that's why it's called as a powerhouse of cell, and stores the calcium and ammonia in the production, degradation of ammonia in liver. Next, we move to the ribosomes. Another organelle is the ribosome. Ribosomes is the next cellular organelles. It is not a membrane-bounded organelle and is dot-like structures. The ribosomes are dot-like structures, and then only 15 nanometer in structure. 15 nanometer, and the ribosomes contains 35% of protein. 35% of protein and 65% of RNA, means ribonucleic acid. The ribosomes are made up of 35% of protein and 65% of RNA, means ribonucleic acid. The RNA present in the ribosome is called as rRNA or ribosomal RNA. The RNA present in the ribosomes is called rRNA or ribosomal RNA. The ribosomes are functions of ribosomes is the production of protein. The main function of the ribosome is the production of protein. That's why it's called as a protein factory of the cell. The ribosomes are called as a protein factory of the cell. The ribosomes are called protein factory of cell. The functions next is the ribosomes are two types: freely moving ribosomes in the cytoplasm, and some ribosomes are attached to the endoplasmic reticulum. According to this, the ribosomes are attached to the endoplasmic reticulum, are responsible for the production of proteins. Proteins only produces proteins only, and different proteins. The ribosomes attached to the endoplasmic reticulums are responsible for the production of lysosomal proteins. Cell membrane protein, and hormonal proteins. Are produced by the ribosomes are attached to the endoplasmic reticulum, and the freely flowing ribosomes are responsible for the production of proteins in the hemoglobins. The proteins in hemoglobins and peroxisomes. The freely moving proteins are responsible for production of proteins in hemoglobins and peroxisomes. The proteins attached to the endoplasmic reticulums are responsible for the production of proteins like lysosomal proteins, hormonal proteins, cell membrane proteins. The ribosome is also called as a protein factory of cell and contains the 35% proteins and 65% RNA. Next, we move to the cytoskeleton. Next, cytoskeleton. The cytoplasm, in this cytoplasm, it contains the protein network-like structures. Thin network-like structures within the cytoplasm. These network-like structures of proteins in the cytoplasm are called cytoskeleton. In the cytoskeleton, three types of cytoskeletons is there. First one is the microtubules. Intermediate filaments, filaments and microfilaments. Microfilaments. The cytoskeleton is a protein network-like structure present in the cytoplasm, cytoskeleton. And in this, three types of filaments is the microtubules, intermediate filaments, and microfilaments. So, what is the functions of the cytoskeleton? The function of the cytoskeleton is provides shape to the cell. It provides the shape to the cell and determines the support. It provides the shape and provides support to the cell, and also it's helpful for the cellular movement. The cytoskeleton is helpful for the cellular movement, and also is response to external stimuli. The cytoskeleton is helpful for the provide shape and determines the structure of the cell and cellular movement of the cell and response to external stimuli to the cell. And this next continuation part is the nucleus. It is the next continued in part 3 of this video. To available of these videos, please subscribe my channel Nursing Now Easy and like this video and share to your friends and your colleagues. And also it's this cell and helpful for the high school students also and PUC students also, and nursing is a basic thing is a cell. Please like this video and share this video. Thank you.